Hiya, welcome back to this kind of like Six Nations kind of prediction rundown video series I'm kind of trying to do. It's round 3 of the Six Nations. That's kind of coming along pretty quick. Yeah, big news coming out of Welsh Rugby at the minute. Gatlin is gone, Matt Sherritt is in as interim coach. Yeah, that's really interesting. I think it's a really good appointment by the WU. I mean, they had to appoint somebody like, so on a short-term 3-game basis. I mean, he plays next door, let's be honest, so he coaches next door, so yeah, no, I still think it's a good idea though. He's brought in Gareth Anscombe, Max Llewellyn, Jared Evans, lads that should have been in there from the start, like that Thomas Williams and Anscombe, 9 and 10 axis, they play together at Gloucester. Max plays at Gloucester. He's known Jared Evans from the Welsh setup and from Cardiff Blues. I think Dan Evans is going to be a bit miffed. He hasn't done anything wrong, he hasn't had a chance to prove himself, so he's going to feel a bit hard done by. But yeah, Wales take on Ireland. I think they'll put a good 50 points in us. You look at the Irish squad, they've diluted it down. Yeah, it's just going to be a car crash, I think. I think we'll play a lot better than we did against France and Italy, but I don't see how since Gatlin went and Sherritt came in, I think they only started training together last, was it Monday, Tuesday they've had together in camp, so I think it's like 3 or 4 actual rugby sessions. But no, he's named Anscombe and Llewellyn in the team, and Jared Evans as well. Ben Thomas moved from 10 to 12, which is good to see. Good to see a 12 playing 12 and not 10. Sounds laughable really, doesn't it? But yeah, no, I just don't see how we're going to compete with Ireland, to be honest. I think as a Welsh fan, obviously we're not going to win this game, but like, you want to see improvement, and you want to see a style of rugby that you can say, oh, that's the direction we're going in, rather than, because against Italy we looked hopeless, and to be honest, that scoreline, it flattered us. I think until Wainwright came on, was it the 72nd minute or something, we were just woeful. But yeah, Wainwright's been named on the bench. Revell's back into the squad. So is David Jenkins. He's gone for a new front row. Edit D starting with Will Griffith-John and Nicky Smith. So yeah, no, I think it's going to be an interesting one. We're not going to live up to the likes of, like, you look at the Irish squad and you've got Porter, Sheehan. Sheehan's going to go well today, I think. We've got a new prop on, I can't remember his name. Yeah, in the back row, Conan's back. He's been rewarded because he's been immense on the bench. Brenagast starts at 10. Yeah, Bundiaki's been dropped to the bench. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on. I think he'll come off the bench and score a try, to be honest. You don't keep firepower like that on the bench against Wales and not expect him to score. Yeah, no, I think honest predictions, I'm going to go for 52-17. Close first half and they'll just blow us away the second. I think that's how it's going to go. As long as we can, you see, we're trying to get the ball moving and we're getting over the game and we're actually playing smart heads up rugby, I think a lot of Welsh fans will be happy with that. Difference is going to be the Scottish game now, and Scottish and the English game, where we have a bit more time to gel with these new lads coming in, and to get Sherritt's message across. But yeah, no, let's see how that one goes. It's going to be interesting. Another interesting point is it's a complete Scarlet back three with Tom Rogers, Blair, and Ellis Mee as well. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, so I'm quite excited to see that, because I didn't watch a lot of the URC because of, I mean, Australia, but I've heard very good things about Ellis Mee. So it should be interesting to see how that plays out. And yeah, so probably the most exciting fixture of this weekend, England versus Scotland at Twickenham, the Calcutta Cup. Yeah, England looking to cement that performance against France. Scotland looking to bounce back from where Ireland just took them apart. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You've got Marcus Smith at fullback again. Finn Smith starting 10. Finn Russell versus Finn Smith. That should be interesting. The bench is going to be interesting. Cunningham South on the bench. Ben Curry. Elliot Daly. He made a massive impact in that French game. Yeah, I think because they both play quite expansive styles of rugby. I don't know if it's going. I don't know. I think England are going to edge it. It's at Twickenham. They've lost 5 Calcutta Cups in a row. I think they do one. Scotland haven't quite been firing. They looked decent against Italy until the Italians came back, and then Ireland just outmuscled them and just picked them off. Where England have been a bit teetery, still kind of finding this style, looking to cement that performance against France, which were England lucky against France, because France should have been 40 points up at half time. So, do you mean it's going to be quite an interesting one? I think England by 7. It's going to be quite close. I'm going to go 27-20 to England. Yeah, I don't think, unless Van der Merwe turns up for Scotland like he does against England every year and scores tries from everywhere, I don't see Scotland edging it. But yeah, that's my prediction. 27-20 to England. Yeah, and then on Sunday we have France versus Italy, or should I say Italy versus France, because it's been played in Rome. Yeah, French are going to win this. I think I can't see Italy beating France. Italy went very well against Wales last week, played very smart rugby until they took a couple of the more experienced boys off in the pack, and then they allowed us to score 2 tries when Wainwright came on. I think Italy this week probably will be focused on that 18-minute performance, because they played some smart rugby, and obviously the conditions were awful. It was a shit game to watch, but they just kept the scoreboard ticking. Alright, Tommaso Allen just missed a few kicks, so should have been out of sight a lot further, but I don't see how they're going to contain that French team. Not all rosy for France, so obviously losing against England last week, or the week before last, wherever it was, last round. Jalibert has been dropped. Ramos is playing 10. Peno has been dropped. Is that because it's Italy, or is that because he couldn't catch a ball last week? Dupont looking slightly rattled, obviously made a few mistakes. Do you mean they should have been 40 points up at half time against England if they took their opportunities? And again, I know conditions weren't great either in that match, but like they were missing some sitters. Dupont doesn't do that, France doesn't do that. Do you mean if they're in space, they're in space and they're catching balls and scoring tries? So it's going to be a lot. Yeah, I think France will be back with a vengeance this week, and I don't think Italy will be able to contain them. Yeah, that Louis Bier Barry, I think he's fantastic in the minute. That other young winger, I can't pronounce his name, Atasegobi, maybe, from the first round. He's back. I rate him. He went really well in the first round. Yeah, so I know it's going to be interesting. It's going to be, I'm going to say France 40, Italy 12, I think. I think that's how it's going to go down. But yeah, no, good weekend of rugby. Very much looking forward to it. Match kicks off today for me at 10 PM, so in a couple of hours, so this video's going up pretty late. But yeah, no, my predictions, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Last week I said I said Wales are going to lose, sorry, Italy were going to win, Ireland were going to win, and France were going to win, and Italy and Ireland won and France lost, even though they shouldn't have lost. But yeah, so hopefully I'm half decent at this predicting business. But yeah, no, thanks for watching. Yeah, hopefully people kind of like this kind of thing I'm trying to put out. But yeah, we'll see you in round 4. Thanks.